Hey everyone, it's Alexis here. So basically what I wanted to do was I wanted to record this really quick little training video for you guys with a few of you in mind, because I've been chatting to a few people recently and you're all at various stages in your business. Some of you have got fully functioning businesses, websites, all of that sort of thing, but some of you are still in the early stages of really just developing your ideas, understanding how you're going to move forward, and you maybe don't have a website or a blog or any kind of landing page or anything. You're maybe just building it just purely on social media at the minute. Now, if you have spoke to me recently, or if you have been a part of this community for a while, you will know that I talk all the time about building your lists. Now, building your audience is ultimately what you need to do as a business. So building your audience, you can do in two different ways. You can build your email lists, which is hugely important. Your email list is something that once the person has subscribed, once they have given you permission to have their details, that list is something that you physically own. You have that as a business. With social media, and it's actually quite prevalent really from what's happened the last couple of days with Facebook, is that things change all the time. You could have put in a lot of work and hard work and concentrated effort into building a big Facebook business like page, and what's happened is your organic reach is zero. It was probably close to only being about 2% organic reach up till now. But through the week there, Facebook has announced the fact that moving forward, they will be showing less business pages and more of your friends and family within your newsfeed, which, you know, as a business is like, it's not great, but ultimately Facebook, as their business, they want to offer what their customers want. And think about it, we want to see our friends and family in our newsfeed again the way it used to be. We want to, that's the whole original point of Facebook, wasn't it? So just back to my point, the fact that social media can change all the time. So yes, social media is important. That is where you are going to build your awareness about you, about your product or your service. But you cannot rely on it, because things, algorithms, the rules, the actual platform itself can disappear overnight. And what happens then? Your whole entire business disappears overnight. So what you need to do is put a massive focus into building an email list. Okay, so going back to the point that this is for you if you don't have a website that's capturing information currently. This is for you if you are being that person and you're just focusing on your social media and the awareness part of your business. So this is for you, so tune in. So this is exactly what I'm going to show you now. So this is basically MailChimp. This is an automated email marketing service. It is essentially free up until you have over 2,000 subscribers. So it's a really, really good starting point, because obviously 2,000 subscribers is huge. And when you're at that point, your business will certainly be making enough money for you to be able to pay for this service moving forward. So the good thing is, for now, it's free. So get yourself registered if you haven't already. Now, there are other email marketing providers out there. I just purely think MailChimp is the easiest one to start off with. It's super simple. It's a drag and drop interface. Everything's pretty clear and straightforward. So get yourself registered, get yourself an account. So once you have done that, the first thing you need to do is up here is to create some lists. So this is, you need to make the list specific to what you're going to then deliver to that list, if that makes sense. So if you're going to advertise a newsletter, if you're going to you put out there a newsletter to be able to capture those emails, maybe you're a health professional, so maybe you're going to put together a weekly newsletter that's packed with the latest recipes, with just general health information, with maybe links to some YouTube exercises that you've done, or links to blog posts, or maybe like links to extra PDFs maybe that you've created. Maybe you've created like a shopping list for people, that sort of thing. If that's what you're going to offer, then creating a list basically based on that is the first thing you need to do. So you click into lists, and as simple as that, we're going to create a list. So click on create a list, and again, and then this will come up. So list name. So as I said, we're going to go for the newsletter. So you need to know right away what that list is, because you create it now, but in months' time, you might forget what that was all about. So be quite specific with what you're putting. So this could be newsletter. You could put you could put weekly if that's what it was going to be, weekly newsletter, and then you could put in brackets maybe something that was more specific, like if you've got a few different elements to your business, if you're a health professional, say for instance, and you offer different elements, then this could just purely be a newsletter based on, say, recipes that you're going to be offering. So you would pop that in just so that you know exactly who that person is that's in that list and what information that they want to be getting from you. So this is where you would put in the address that people, you know, that they're going to get from you. So your email address, your business email address. So for me, it's that one. And then the name. So what's recognizable to that person? Would it be your own name or would it be your business name? I actually kind of go for both, which is that, but it's entirely up to you. Now, this little blurb here is basically a short reminder, as it says, about why that person has joined this list. So you'll want to say is you opted in. Oops. So when they get that email, they know, okay, so why am I getting this email? Oh yeah, that's right, I opted in to receive that weekly newsletter. So just something along those lines. This contact information will come up automatically because you will have registered, and it will be whatever that is. All of that stuff there you can ignore. Notifications, I would recommend just going for daily summary, because you don't really want to be getting one by one. It means you'll be getting loads and loads of emails into your inbox. So just go for one daily one and you can see how it's performing on a daily basis, and then click save. So that is you. So then what we can do with that list is we can create a sign up form. So we'll click into that and it'll take you into here. So you want to ignore the embedded forms for just now, just go for the general forms. So we're going to select that one. And sign up form. This is what we want. There is different options in there, but just stick to sign up form at the minute, because we're offering a weekly newsletter of recipes and things like that. So we're wanting people to basically sign up to that. So if you scroll down, this is where we can just build that little capture form. So you can make it, obviously at the top here, you would want to put in information, again, what it is. So obviously you would be more specific, but I'm just, for quickness, I'll just put weekly newsletter, all. Okay, so as much information as you can give there, and then we'll save and close. So they know exactly what it is that they're basically signing up to. Now, it's entirely up to you what blocks you want to have here, what you feel like you need to have. Obviously, an email address is really important, and then their name's quite important, because then you can use that to be able to speak to them. A wee bit further down the line, you can actually tailor your emails to say their first name or their last name or whatever. But you can add in other ones. So as I said, these are just sort of drag and drop interfaces, so you can just drag them over and add them in. But basically, this is a nice simple one. It does what you need it to do. You can go in and design it. So if you have hex codes for your business, then you can go in and put in the hex codes. That's one of mine. So it creates that kind of coloured background. So again, it's sticking to being on brand. You can go and change the background of that. So that's white at the minute. My other hex code is, what can I remember it? Yep. Is that. So you can keep it, you can do whatever you want with it. To be honest, it's one of those things that you don't necessarily need to do that. You can keep it white and black, and it's quite straightforward and quite simple, but you can also tailor it to whatever you want it to be. translate, so you can, obviously you want it to be in English, but the actual text that's in it, then you can change what it says here. So obviously if it was just the UK, then you would remove the zip code and it would just say postal code. If you were wanting to capture their actual address as well, subscribe to list. So you can tailor all of that to whatever you want it to be. But at the minute, keep it kind of simple, I would say. So then basically what you can do is that's your little link. This is it. So once you've built exactly what you want, then it's a case of copy and pasting this little link. And then when you go into, I don't think I've got Facebook opened, hold on. So then when you go into Facebook, or you go into your community, if you have one on Facebook, then you just do a post as normal. So say for instance, if I was going to go in and post it into you guys, computer's on a go slow. Then I would go into the community and I would put obviously a little blurb again about what it is. So I would pop, you know, I am creating a weekly newsletter, blah, 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 blah. It's going to be packed full of really exciting recipes, information, news, exclusive links to you know, videos on YouTube, whatever it is you're going to offer. Basically make it as exciting as you possibly can, because you're ultimately asking someone to give you their email address in exchange for that. And people can be quite precious with their email addresses. They don't want just random nonsense in their inbox. They want stuff that's of value and stuff that they are interested in. So make that really interesting, and then it's just a case of popping that little link in there, and they click on that, and the little form pops up, and they register, and they are in your email list. So it's as simple as that, which I absolutely love. This little link you can obviously use on Twitter or Facebook, but you could always pop this link in Instagram. If you download the Linktree application, the Linktree application, if you go onto my Instagram, you'll see it. You click on it and then it gives you multiple options of different buttons that you can create. So it means that you could then create your like free newsletter button. You would paste that link in where it tells you to put the link, and then that would again work for opting in. So hopefully that was super simple. It is really honestly for every single business, it is your main focus is to build your audience. Build your audience in your Facebook community if it suits your business, or build your email list, and that is where your audience is, and that's who you're going to market to. You're going to build relationships in there. You're going to nurture people. People will start to understand who you are. They'll trust you. They'll trust your knowledge, all of those things, and then eventually that is where you then convert sales. Now, remembering that conversion rates are somewhere in the region of 3 to 7%. So if you have a list of 100 people, then you're likely to convert 3 to 7 sales. If you have a list of 1,000 people, it could be 300, it could be upwards. It's 30 upwards, sorry, get my maths wrong. So, you know, so when you think about it in that scale, you have to, the whole point is building that audience, which will then determine how successful your business, product, service launch is going to be. So hopefully that's been good information for you guys, and I'm looking forward to seeing all your opt-in sign-up forms. So start getting those built right now, and that will make such a difference moving forward this year for your business. So any questions about that, then please don't hesitate to just ask me in the community, and enjoy. Thank you so much, guys.